Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Illinois is seeing its worst flu season in more than 15 years, with health officials reporting very high flu activity statewide. The Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 100 people have died this season, including 77 in January alone. Federal changes mean more SNAP recipients will now be classified as able-bodied adults without dependents and must meet work requirements to keep benefits. The Illinois Department of Human Services has sent notices and exemption forms to affected customers. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity have awarded more than $17 million to expand the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program. The funding will support 39 recipients statewide. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity have awarded more than $17 million to expand the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program. Funding will support 39 recipients statewide. Illinois is seeing its worst flu season in more than 15 years, with health officials reporting very high flu activity statewide. The Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 100 people have died this season, including 77 in January alone. Federal changes mean more SNAP recipients will now be classified as able-bodied adults without dependents and must meet work requirements to keep benefits. The Illinois Department of Human Services has sent notices and exemption forms to affected customers. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 16, falling to around 12 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 0. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 14 and temperatures dropping to around 11 later in the day. Currently, it's 7 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more.
on whatever challenges that you.
And welcome back, folks, here to WRMN, or welcome to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us today. We hope that you are enjoying your morning so far here. Maybe you're staying nice and warm, right? Maybe you're styling it up a bit today. I'm styling it up. I usually try to, dress a little nice, but I'm definitely giving kind of like a male Andrea from The Devil Wears Prada a little bit here. If you've ever seen the movie there, I'm like I'm the assistant, Miranda Priestley there. She wears an outfit kind of similar to this with I don't know, it's like an LV necklace, Louis Vuitton necklace, something very stylish for the 2000s, that is 2006. But that's kind of what I'm wearing today too, when I picked out the wardrobe. But anyway, with that being said, enough about my wardrobe here. The most important thing, though, is of course staying nice and warm. It is a cold day today. Now, I know that we did have that one day that was very, very chilly. I mean, in the negatives and the 30 below. Today feels colder than that for me. And I was talking about this with Sue, when we were off the air, when she was getting done with the morning show, how yesterday for her felt like the coldest day this year so far. So it's kind of interesting to hear those different perspectives and realize everyone's going to experience the cold a little bit differently. For Sue, yesterday felt like the coldest day. For me, it almost feels like today's like the coldest day. Even though when it was actually the coldest a couple weeks ago, it didn't feel as cold. It was definitely bone chilling, but it didn't feel as bad as I thought it would. That was on a Friday. We came in and we definitely bundled up because it was very cold. It was in the negatives there, the dangerously cold weather. But for some reason, today feels even colder than when that was. So interesting to hear that. Maybe you're experiencing that too. Today feels like a colder day to you, or maybe yesterday was. But nonetheless, still, it is cold as we are experiencing these winter temperatures. Now, it is eventually going to start to warm up just a little bit here, ever so slightly. We do see a high of 14 degrees coming through for this morning, sunshine and a few clouds, although very cold, of course. And we are also going to be seeing it dropping down into the negatives for tonight. Now, it's 9 degrees right now, feels like 4. To me, it feels like negative 15 out, negative 20 to me. At least walking into the station today, that's what it felt like. Coming up tonight, a low of negative 2, clear skies. And it's a beautiful sunny skies day outside today. Thursday, tomorrow on the 29th, we do see here a high of 16 degrees with intervals of clouds and sunshine. Continued, of course, to be very chilly outside. Mostly clear skies coming up here for Thursday night with a low of 1 degree. Wind speeds 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we head on into Friday, closer to the weekend, cloudier skies are accumulating for the morning, but then it does start to clear up. We see a high of 19 degrees, almost making it to the 20s. We see a low of 7 degrees coming up. That's for Friday night. Saturday rolls around. It's the weekend. We see mostly cloudy skies early, which will eventually become a little bit more on the partly cloudy skies later in the day. We see a high of 23 degrees. That's in the forecast, dropping down to a low of 8 degrees coming up with a mostly clear sky above us. That'll be for Saturday. For Sunday, high of 27, intervals of clouds and sunshine will accumulate there with about a 25% chance of some flurries that could come through. Sunday is February 1st, and it's the day of the full moon. So it's a great way to start the month of February there. Partly cloudy skies in the evening and then becoming cloudier overnight. Continue to be very cold with a low of 15 degrees. That's coming up. For Monday next week, on the 2nd of February, we see a high of 27. It drops down to 16 as our low, mostly cloudy, is what we're going to see in that forecast with that considerable amount of cloudiness there. Tuesday, the 3rd of February, is a high of 25 degrees and a low of 20. We do see about an inch of snow predicted for Tuesday night, about a 50% chance as of right now. And then for Wednesday, next Wednesday, a week from today, snow showers of up to 3 to 5 inches are predicted for Wednesday, a week from today. And then it drops down to only a low of about 19, but continuing to snow. And then if you do follow through the rest of the week there, it does get highs almost into the 30s. So that snow could melt a little bit there as predicted. And then eventually we do start to see some more snow showers towards the middle part of February, closer to Valentine's Day. So if you want to check out more information on that, you can find it on the Weather Channel, weather.com. You can also check it out on AccuWeather or also on your phone, tablet, laptop, computer, whatever device you might have. Taking a look here at the traffic report for Travel Midwest, nothing really coming up, at least from what I can see here. Of course, continuous construction right near the DMV, of course, we've been noticing that. But if you want to keep yourself up to date on all of that, you can find it posted. That is on their, that's on Travel Midwest. So that's travelmidwest.com is where you can find that, which is good to keep up to date on anything that's coming up, especially for the traveling side of things. So let's see here. We're going to start or continue on your morning with our inspirational story of the day today. What do we have going on today? Well, we've got a nice story that was posted this morning by an anonymous user titled, "Found out why my student was always hungry in class. The school counselor did something amazing." So this is a nice story that we're going to start to read to you here. So this user writes, quote, "I'm a 4th grade teacher. One of my students was constantly distracted, asking for snacks, falling asleep. I thought maybe behavioral issues or just not paying attention. Turns out her family is going through a very rough time financially. She wasn't eating breakfast or packing lunch, too embarrassed to ask for free lunch program. She was literally hungry all day, every day. I found out because I mentioned it to our school counselor during a check-in. That counselor went above and beyond. She quietly enrolled her into a free lunch program without making it public, stocked her office with extra breakfast items like granola bars, fruit, juice boxes, and told her that she could help clean out the extras anytime. And she also connected with the girl's family and located food banks, with local food banks and resources. And what they were able to do was set up a system when she could come by every morning from the office helper duty, office helper duty, which was just really giving her breakfast in private. Within 2 weeks, she was a completely different student, participating, smiling, and thriving. I had asked the counselor how she did all of this so quickly. She just said, "It's not my first hungry kid, and it wouldn't be my last. We just need to be paying attention." Teachers and counselors are out here doing way more than their job descriptions. Her transformation, the student's transformation, reminds me of why this work matters, even when it can get difficult. So that's a nice story there posted by a teacher, a fellow teacher. No matter where you might be, thank you for what you do, of course, for your community. And of course, for schools and for students out there, even going above and beyond. So that's a nice little inspirational story to continue on your morning here on this cold but sunny Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday. It's hump day. We're in the middle of the week. And it's also Wings Wednesday. Now, I could be talking about buffalo wings or maybe angel wings, but I'm I'm discussing the wings of the stages, right? The left wings and the right wings, not politically, but on the stage, in the arts and the performances. That's what we always like to do here on Wednesdays is go through the theater performances, check up on local theaters, Paramount Theater in Aurora or Steel Beam Theater, the Children's Theater of Elgin, Egyptian Theater, Moonlight Theater, all of them that are local here in the area. Elgin Theater Company, another great one. Point Two Productions, Schaumburg on Stage, all of those great ones that are a part of the Fox River Valley in the community that give you that great entertainment and production and give you a show, right? As part of entertainment. So we like to talk about that on Wednesdays. It's also a wind down Wednesday too. So I know that we have been talking about the wines of the month. I did it twice this month already here. But maybe I can see if we can give you some suggestions. And if not, I know at 1 o'clock, Michael Horn with What's Cooking Today, we'll be having Larry Lipson on, who's with the Affordable Wine Report, to talk about his choices of wines under $20. So stay tuned for that. You are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Hi, this is Sherry Aschenbrenner, Vice President of Dementia Friendly Elgin Area. Everyone knows somebody living with dementia. Caregivers and friends of those with dementia are always welcome at our Elgin Area Memory Cafe, always the second Tuesday of every month at 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the South Elgin Public Works Building, 1000 Bowes Road in South Elgin. Also, Dementia Friendly Elgin Area gives free 20-minute dementia awareness trainings to local businesses, church groups, to bunco groups. Just invite us. If you'd like to get put on Sherry's senior email blast list, please email us at dfelist@gmail.com. Also, you can go and visit our website at dementiafriendlyelginarea.org.
Tune in to Sherry's Senior Moments radio show on the second Thursday of each month at 9:05 a.m. until 10 a.m. on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio app, or WRMN Radio on YouTube. That's Sherry's Senior Moments, providing resources and information for our seniors in the community.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person. Complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council. And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN.
what is being served up in our local community, our wonderful local community? Well, of course, that's what I'm here to tell you about. Not just me, though, of course. We also do have other shows as well that do talk things happening locally. You can listen to the morning show. That is Monday through Friday from 6 until 9 o'clock. Of course, we also do have the community hour as well. We do occasionally also have some other shows during our community hour timeframes that include once a month here, the first Tuesday of the month. That's Medicare Made ABCD Easy. Danny Gilly either comes into the station or he calls in to talk with us a little bit on how to get things prepared if you're a senior. What are some Medicare and Medicaid options that are available to you and how they can help you to navigate that? They do a great job doing so. So you can visit their website also. It's DivBic and DivBic Insurance. Or, excuse me, no, that's not it. It's not. Hang on. Now I got to look it up here. This is, if you can even look it up, Medicare Made ABCD Easy online. It's DDG Insurance. Yeah, that's right. DDGinsurance.com. So it's DivBic and Gilly. You can find them on their website there for more information. If you're confused with all your Medicare options, turning 65 and maybe you're still working, if you're currently on Medicare and worried about rising costs, they offer these great presentations. We encourage you tune in. Danny Gilly does a great job at describing in great detail on how to help you out with all of these different concerns. So they can definitely help you out with that too. Don't forget, of course, you can always reach out to Julianne, Eric, or Danny as well too. Their information is on their website, so feel free to check that out. Another one that we also do have here as well too is the Chamber Chat. We had that yesterday. That's been posted onto our YouTube channel. Elgin Chamber Chat always goes through with Carol Gieske, who is the president. Talks with us about different businesses, some updates on the Chamber of Commerce, what's happening locally in Elgin, and what these businesses have to offer to the Elgin community, and even further beyond as well too, because a lot of them did mention yesterday about being parts of other chambers as well too, all connected and working together. Another show that we have is on the second Thursday of every month. That is for the 9 o'clock hour. It's Sherry Senior Moments with Sherry Aschenbrenner, who is the liaison for Senior Services Associates. And she's also a member with Dementia Friendly Elgin. And she does discuss things that are happening in Elgin and ways that you can also help to prevent yourself from being scammed. It's very common nowadays. We've been seeing it with technology growing. You know, the technology grows. We're trying to always be one step of the scammers out there, but they do catch up eventually, and then we need to try to figure other things out there too. So they're always in the works with that as well. And it can be very frustrating, of course, if you're elderly and you don't know what to do. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting these messages, I'm getting these calls, I'm getting these emails. What do I do? That's where Sherry is able to help you with that too. So we encourage you to listen to her show. That's every second Thursday of the month. And you can also sign up for her email list at dfelist@gmail.com for more information on that too, to keep yourself up to date. So yeah, there you go. That's what we've got there. We also do have some other local programming as well too. And we'll definitely talk more about that in just a bit. You are listening to Out to Lunch. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by calling their number at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com. That's compassionate care for complex needs located at 77 North Airlight Street. They're here to help you out. They also do have awards and accreditations, lots of them, of course, including some more recent ones that you can find on their website. And again, that's stjosephelgin.com. So thank you to St. Joseph Hospital of Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Another show that we have here, which is live every Wednesdays during the community hour, like today, Wise Coffee Chat with Alliance Networking expertise. That's Jennifer Sanchez. She gives you all of those expertise advices that you can find on the Wise Alliance Network on their website. But she also has a lot of different guests who are entrepreneurs, they're hustlers. They tell you their story, why they do what they do, all local in the community, especially a little closer to the city, but still within the Fox River Valley area. So we also encourage you to listen to that too. You can watch us live. You can also follow her on social media pages because she does also, we do stream live with her. So I set up a stream for her every Wednesday alongside our WRMN stream on YouTube. So not only does it travel on to WRMN on the airwaves and on our YouTube channel, but I also make sure I use a program that she sends to me to make sure that it goes on all of her other social media pages as well too. So that way you can listen and watch us in many different ways for her show. That's Wise Coffee Chat. So again, lots of great local programming. We've got some new exciting things coming up too. We'll keep you up to date on that once we get the green light to say more information, but stay tuned for that here by tuning in to WRMN AM 1410. So we did go through our story of the day today. We'll go through some interesting facts for the last couple of minutes, and then we'll also discuss our word of the day and the National Day calendar. What do we have to represent, celebrate, and enjoy today? Don't forget, of course, we also do have our conversation story of the day today, which we'll talk about. We also do have our Wings Wednesday segment, so we talk about different places that offer, of course, performances. What's kind of the 411 there, what's going on. What are some great performances that you can go to? Indoor heated places too, especially during these cold days. And some of them even offer some really great food and cocktails while you sit and enjoy the show. We also do have our Tradio segment. I'm running through these, folks. We've got our Tradio segment today as well too. That's every Monday through Thursday. That starts at 12:30. That's a great time to call in if you're looking to purchase, sell, trade, or announce. You've got something going on, you need a update on something, or you're looking to buy something, sell, especially a lot of people are selling things. They're like, hey, I want to get a little extra money for this, or I just want to give it away. It's been sitting in my attic and basement. I don't need it anymore. It's taking up too much space. I want to start the spring cleaning and decluttering early, right? Even though, according to Tammy and some other professional sources out there, minimalism is starting to be on the decline as maximalism. I think it's more so of clean maximalism. It's on the rise. But you want to be a minimalist and you want to take yourself into an era of cleaning out stuff, that's the time to call into our Tradio segment on WRMN. Let's go through some interesting facts here. Today, Nintendo was founded back in 1889. Now, I don't know if you knew that or not. Yes, it was founded in 1889. Now, this was, of course, before the time of video games. Before they sold video games, the Japanese company specialized in playing cards. So, yes, Nintendo is a term. It's a word that's existed since 1889. Usually don't think too much about that. Associating the 1880s, the Victorian era, with Nintendo. What? The two don't match, but that's how it started. And another word that is also been around since the 1600s is the verb unfriend or unfriended. That is another one too that has been around since 1659. That's the first appearance there. That's pretty cool. Even if, I don't know if this is an example picture, but they have a picture. Oh, it's Wikipedia. I don't know. It could be. Might not be. I don't know. That's kind of interesting, though. Some of those words. Speaking of which, we'll talk about the word of the day today, which is an interesting one we'll mention here. We'll go through the National Day calendar and our conversation story of the day. You are listening to the Voice of the Valley and the Talk of the Town. Guess what? You're here today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time. You could be anywhere else, doing anything else, but you're here listening right now. And we thank you for that. We thank you greatly. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Of course, we're going to continue on with more. We've got our bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll go through the word of the day and more on Out to Lunch. WRMN. Stay tuned.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Illinois is seeing its worst flu season in more than 15 years, with health officials reporting very high flu activity statewide. The Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 100 people have died this season, including 77 in January alone. Federal changes mean more SNAP recipients will now be classified as able-bodied adults without dependents and must meet work requirements to keep benefits. The Illinois Department of Human Services has sent notices and exemption forms to affected customers. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity have awarded more than $17 million to expand the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program. The funding will support 39 recipients statewide. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Does your car need a shine? At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they make it quick, easy, and spotless every time. And they're open 24/7 for your convenience. Right now, get a free car wash just for joining their text club. Text BRITT to 30400 and enjoy a free car wash. Visit Britain's Touchless Car Wash at 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin or at 555 Willow in West Dundee. Britain's, caring for your car while caring for our community.
There's no championship league for small business owners, but if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo. This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 16, cooling to around 12 this afternoon. Expect a pleasant day ahead. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 0, providing a chilly evening. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 14 and temperatures falling to around 11 in the afternoon. Currently, it's 9 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
It's impossible to have a bad day when you start it with Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And this is Grant.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how the fluffy, crispy goodness wakes us up in the morning. The chicken is crispy, the biscuit is soft, it's iconic.
Throw some jelly on it, you can throw some honey on it. It helps me kick off the day.
The hash browns are great. And I really like the shape of them too. Little circles of crispy goodness. Yeah, those early morning chicken biscuits are just great, man.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, of course, and being a part of the conversation here with us as well. If you are watching us live on youtube.com/WRMN radio, thanks for taking the time to do so. We hope that you are enjoying your morning so far. I'm sending hearts in the chat. Hello, Brendan. I see you, of course. I mean, I don't physically see you, but I see you in the chat. Hey, Brendan, how you doing? You've got some cool things going on today. You having nice coffee? I'm having hot coffee today. So you know that it's a cold day, and it's a cold day. When Matthew Patrick McNeil, I'm using my middle name with this too, has a hot coffee. Yes. I felt like it today. I was like, oh, I'm going outside today. I'm like, it's just too cold. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, of course I can, but I have to have hot coffee today, which is not usually how I drink my coffee. Okay, occasionally I do, if I'm feeling up in the mood, right? Even if it's a warmer day out. But other than that, it's usually ice, but today it's hot. Let's take a look here at the word of the day today. Bombast is the word of the day today. It's definitely been used in a lot of different memes as well here in the modern era. This is a noun. It's spelled B-O-M-B-A-S-T. Bombast is the word that is recognized on this day. Bombast is a formal word that refers to speech or writing that is meant to sound important or impressive, but that is not sincere or meaningful. So here's an example of how it's used in a sentence. You need less bombast and more substance in this speech, for example. So again, it's a formal word referring to speech or writing that is meant to sound important or impressive, but it is also not really sincere or meaningful, right? So it's supposed to kind of be exaggerant, right? And you know, you hear the word bombastic, right? What's that? There's that meme, bombastic side eye is one of them, for the youngins out there, the young people out there who know what I'm talking about. Maybe some elderly folks out there too, or the more wiser in age, I should say more professionally there, might know that term, bombastic side eye. I don't know, but that's what the word is. When I first saw it, that's immediately what I went to. So that's the word of the day. That is bombast, recognized on the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Heading on into the National Day calendar, let's see what we have to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy today. Of course, it is out to lunch, so, you know, we always got to try to mention some sort of a food item, right? And maybe you yourself are thinking of maybe warming yourself up with a nice hot flapjack or pancake, so to say. Maybe top it with some blueberries. It is National Blueberry Pancake Day today. Now, I do enjoy myself some blueberry pancakes, and even mixing a little bit of some of that cinnamon butter and some chocolate chips in there too can really make that difference. On January 28th, National Blueberry Pancake Day is bringing that sweetness of blueberries to your pancake, flapjack, or even hot cake as well. Now, pancakes are considered some of the oldest breakfast food in history. Early pancakes consisted mostly of flour and milk and were more like biscuits. Eggs, milk, and leavening agent, such as baking powder, and fat were then added later to create that fluffier, lighter pancake that we know and enjoy today. Now, when you add those blueberries to the pancake batter, when you mix up those ingredients, it might result in that bluish hue. If you are looking to avoid this, add them right after dropping dollops of batter to the hot griddle. This will then prevent that discoloration. And then what it does is it allows for you to place your blueberries wherever you might like them. You want to make a smiley face for it. You want to make a little scene, I don't know, or even just place them randomly there too. And it's good too. So you get each bite that you get of the pancakes gets a few blueberries in there. So, of course, what's the best way to celebrate? To enjoy some. Make them for yourself. Or go to some local restaurants that offer blueberry pancakes, right? And I'm sure that there are plenty out there. Breakfast places near me that you can find, right? Even just look up breakfast places near me, which is what I usually do. And you can find a lot of them. Willie and Grace Diner is a great one to go to. Baker Hill Pancake House. There's Paul's Family Restaurant. You can get some good places. Some good breakfast foods. Maple and Hash is another one. Alexander's Cafe has some really great pancakes. You can go to Ray's Diner. I know that's a popular one at 801 St. Charles Street. The Golden Skillet, Cinnamon Pancake House. A couple other places, too, that you can go to all around the Fox River Valley area to enjoy the delicious pancakes. And, of course, too, there are some places that do offer some fundraisers or some events that'll offer some of those pancakes for you to enjoy. But again, nothing beats that homemade blueberry pancakes that you make yourself. You make it yourself, you put in the time, you put in the energy to make it, and it comes out hopefully the way you like it. So it's something to be proud of when you make pancakes, when you cook them yourself. Some other days that are also recognized today as well, it is National Library Shelfie Day. Not Library Selfie Day, but Library Shelfie Day. Some collectors of books tend to arrange their collections so their spines can be admired pleasantly. Others have a system of organization in terms of height, color, font style, book size, of thickness, things like that, right? So however our books might be organized on the shelf, they are meant to be photographed and shared on social media. So yes, you can share some pictures of your bookshelves. What are some of the books that you have? Maybe you have a very large collection of books. Maybe even it's just a small little collection. I know I've got some that are featured. I have a roll top desk in my room, and in the center of it, on the top of the roll top desk, is a 1909 Gibson's clock. It's painted black and gold. It's from 1909. It's a nice clock. It's, very old fashioned. You open up you have to wind it, things like that. I don't use it. I mean, it works, but you have to wind it. I don't have the winding key. But it's for display, really, just for in my room. And next to it, I got a couple different books. I can't remember the authors of the books, but they are definitely kind of like 1920s antique-looking books. So pretty cool to have that. That's kind of like a bookshelf that I've got. Just little things like that. But maybe you have a whole collection. Maybe you even have a whole library. And if you don't, of course, you can always go to the library. The library is a great place to discover so many great things when it comes to books, movies, entertainment, and of course, all the cool events that are there too that you can enjoy. Like coming up today, they have the Gail Borden Public Library's MLK Jr. event that's currently going on. That's the discussion panel that's happening today too. So you can join in on that. I know that they're having coming soon. They recently posted this on their Facebook page. Celebrate 250 years of Elgin's commemorative exhibit. That's coming soon. It's a new exhibit. They're excited to welcome the Celebrating 250 Years of Elgin exhibit to the main library. It's coming up in February and in March. This is where you can discover the moments that shape Elgin into the culturally vibrant city it is today. So that's a pretty cool announcement there as well. Now, we do know here too, Elgin hasn't been around for 250 years, but it's more so to also talk about the history of the land too. Before it was listed as Elgin in the 1830s. So it'll definitely have a little bit more on talking about the history of the land, the way that it was before when the Native Americans lived in the area too. In Elgin, if you didn't know that, they did back before the 1830s. So again, Elgin hasn't been around for 250 years, but it's going to focus on the past a little bit and then how it shaped into what Elgin was how it started and then what it is today too. So really a history of the area, 250 years. So you can find this and more information posted. That's on the Gail Borden Public Library's Facebook page. So that's National Library Shelfie Day. It's also National Pop Art Day today. This is a day to celebrate vibrant, bold, and often cheeky art movement that has challenged traditional fine art. By drawing inspiration from popular and mass culture, such as advertising, comic books, and mundane cultural objects, pop art reminds us that inspiration is everywhere, right? So there's lots of different ways that you can celebrate this. Maybe share your favorite pop art drawing with someone. Get creative. Visit a gallery. They have, wear the art too. You can rock a graphic tee featuring iconic pop art prints on there. So there's lots of ways that you can do that. You can celebrate it, enjoy it, and present it. And those are recognized today. And then some other days, briefly here before we take our time out, it's Data Privacy Day today recognized. It's reminding us each year to review how data is used. It's an excellent opportunity to take stock and evaluate our personal cybersecurity, right? Always good to go through that personal data. Also, make sure you're changing passwords. I know that this is something that can be a drag to do, but making sure you have those different passwords is really good too. You don't want a data breach. You don't want people getting into your information, right? And it can be very easy nowadays, even though we have high quality technology. There's always ways that people wiggle their way through it, right? So Data Privacy Day is recognized today. A couple other ones are also recognized as well. You can find this and more posted. That is on the nationaldaycalendar.com, and you can also find it on nationaltodaycalendar.com as well. Taking a look at the time, we're going to be taking a quick time out now. When we come back, we will be talking a little bit more about doing things alone and how it's on the rise. And even businesses should pay more attention to that, even on Valentine's Day, which will be coming up in a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll be back with more in just a bit. For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. They offer their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists, providing advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. Whether it's for hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you to heal faster and get back to the activities that you love. And that's not all, of course. Their comprehensive rehabilitation services mean you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence. Trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call today at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So as always, thank you to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Visit their website. Of course, they offer everyday or life-changing care, and they're here for you when you need them. Now, of course, we have our conversation story of the day today, and this is talking about doing things alone. Many of us have the opportunity to go on out and do things with family or friends or colleagues, and sometimes there are folks out there who prefer to do things alone. And doing things alone is something that, according to science and research, is becoming something on the rise in the U.S. And this is an article written by Peter McGraw, professor of marketing and psychology at the University of Colorado Boulder, talking about how businesses should pay more attention to that, even on Valentine's Day. This is something that we've been noticing. A lot of younger people are starting to not be necessarily pressured to be in a committed relationship, at least right away, right? Or maybe even at all. There's delayed marriage and changing life priorities. Many Americans are postponing or forgoing marriage entirely, choosing to invest time first in education, careers, financial stability, travel, and self-development. Also focusing on creating relationships with family and friends. Greater financial independence and economic realities. There's shifting social norms and attitudes towards relationships. And then, of course, also relationship readiness and commitment preferences are also coming to play too. So it's not so much just marry for property or marry because your parents say so or being arranged and, like back in the 1800s, things like that. Things have changed drastically as well. So with that being said, let's go through this article. It was posted on January 23rd from theconversation.com. Now, every February, Valentine's Day does amplify what single people already know, that public life is built for two. Restaurants roll out prefix menus for couples. Hotels promote romantic getaways, including packages designed for double occupancy. A table for one still invites the question, just you? Yet there's irony that's hard to miss. While Valentine's Day doubles down on togetherness, more adults are living and moving through the world alone. Now, the author of this article here is a behavioral economist, and he studies what he calls the solo economy. Now, this is a growing share of economic life today that is organized around people who live, spend, and make decisions completely on their own. So, one-person households are not outliers. Half of the U.S. adults are unmarried, and one-person households are now the nation's most common living arrangement. This isn't a temporary phase confined to young adults waiting to settle down. It includes never-married professionals, divorced empty nesters, widows and widowers, and people who simply prefer to live independently. Lifelong singlehood is also rising. 25% of millennials and 33% of Gen Z are projected to never marry, and that is according to Time magazine at time.com. That was a posting back on September 24th, 2014. So I'm sure that it has been even more on the rise since then. And that is so. It would be one thing if the economy were built for two and solo stayed home, but there are going to museums, traveling, and of course, dining alone in restaurants. To assess this behavior, the author of this article surveyed single and married Americans about their participation in 25 activities that occurred in public, from shopping and dining to attending movies and also concerts. And this is what he found. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, I do have a chart here. This is a survey of 254 Americans that was conducted back in 2022 by Peter McGraw. The chart was created by Data Wrapper. And it does look like there is a little bit on a rise here. Going hiking alone, share of the single people at 65%. Eating a casual restaurant alone is at 64%. Attending movies is at 58%. Visiting museums also at 58%, and 53% going fishing or hunting. Now, shared of married individuals is at 41% for the first two, 25% for the third, that's attending movies alone, 31% at visiting museums, and 30% for fishing or hunting alone on that top 5 list on that category. Now, you can, of course, find the entire list. It's available with that survey that's on theconversation.com. There's also kind of the biases that are keeping people from having fun alone as well, too. Why hasn't the business world paid more attention to the single market, right? The answer lies in psychology. Some reluctance does stem from the belief that other customers will perceive solo diners or moviegoers as maybe sad or lonely. Now, these fears are amplified by what psychologists call the spotlight effect, our tendency to overestimate how much other people notice and judge us. Findings by consumer researchers Rebecca Hamilton and Rebecca Ratner can also help explain why this bias is so persistent. Across studies conducted in the US, China, and India, people consistently predict that they will enjoy activities less if they did them alone, even though they'd be seeing the same movie or visiting the same museum. But when people actually went alone, they enjoyed the experience just as much as those who went with others. So the fear, it turns out, was largely imagined in these particular cases. So with that being said, Valentine's Day promotions can sometimes make that mismatch especially visible. In 2024, IKEA Canada offered a Valentine's Day dining experience in its showroom priced at designed for 2 and only 2 people. After backlash, the company revisited the promotion and revised it following the year to be more inclusive, saying, quote, "Bring a loved one, a good friend, or the whole family. It was a small change, but a revealing one." So with that being said, there were some follow-up experiments here as well, too, and it showed that when otherwise identical recommendations differed only in whether the reviewer experienced the activity alone or with others, respondents were more likely to rely on the solo reviewer when deciding what to do, and that includes shopping. So there's a lot more that the article does go into. There's even some progress in the US with this as well, including also at Disney theme parks. Some of the company's competitors have also long used single rider lines that reward solo visitors with shorter waits, turning independence into operational efficiency. A Logic ski resort adopted decades ago to fill empty seats on chairlifts. So this goes into doing things alone and how it can be an opportunity for folks out there who want to do things alone. Valentine's Day offers a chance to see how outdated many of these widespread assumptions still are. In the meantime, of course, singles aren't just waiting at home. They're out there. They're at the movies, they're on planes, they're traveling, they're playing music. They're doing things and moving through public life on their own terms. So Valentine's Day may always be built for 2, but the economy won't be. So an interesting article to talk about here as well, and you can read a little bit more on it on theconversation.com. Coming up next, we do have our Wing Wednesday segment, so we'll talk a bit more on what's happening at local theater performances and art venues and things that are happening in the Fox River Valley area. We have our Tradio segment at 12:30, which will be coming up, followed by more local programming, which we'll go through again here, coming up in this next segment. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. Federal changes mean more SNAP recipients will now be classified as able-bodied adults without dependents and must meet work requirements to keep benefits. The Illinois Department of Human Services has sent notices and exemption forms to affected customers. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity have awarded more than $17 million to expand the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program. The funding will support 39 recipients statewide. Illinois is seeing its worst flu season in more than 15 years, with health officials reporting very high flu activity statewide. The Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 100 people have died this season, including 77 in January alone. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. NHL, the Blackhawks lost in a shootout to the Minnesota Wild on Tuesday night, losing 4-3. Chicago scored 2 goals in the first period and then had a 3-goal lead in the second, but Minnesota scored 3 unanswered to tie the game and then won it in the shootout. Ryan Donato scored for the Blackhawks, his 11th of the season. Teuvo Teravainen and Ilya Mikheyev also scored for the Blackhawks. NBA, the Bulls are in Indianapolis tonight to take on the Pacers. Chicago losing to the Lakers Monday. That snapped a 4-game win streak. The Bulls have won both games against the Pacers this season, but guard Trey Jones is out with a hamstring injury. Chicago 9th in the Eastern Conference standings. College basketball, Illinois hosting Washington on Thursday night. The Fighting Illini are ranked 9th in the latest AP poll. The sports update brought to you by Progressive. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo and save with Progressive.
I'm Chris Campbell on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with the $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with the $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 16, cooling to around 12 this afternoon. Expect a pleasant day ahead. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 0, providing a chilly evening. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 14 and temperatures falling to around 11 in the afternoon. Currently, it's 9 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
It's impossible to have a bad day when you started with Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And this is Grant.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how the fluffy, crispy goodness wakes us up in the morning. The chicken is crispy, the biscuit is soft, it's iconic.
Throw some jelly on it, you can throw some honey on it. It helps me kick off the day.
The hash browns are great. And I really like the shape of them too. Little circles of crispy goodness. Yeah, those early morning chicken biscuits are just great, man.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Welcome back, folks. We are in the 12 o'clock hour here of Out to Lunch on WRMN. What's being served up locally in the Fox River Valley area? Well, we are here to tell you that. Of course, first and foremost, we're going to go through the weather and temperatures again. We'll also go through what are some of the local program shows that we're going to be having today. Also, just a reminder as well, too, on how you can navigate our YouTube channel and where you can find those different interviews and videos. Let's take a look here once again at the weather and the temperatures here. We see a high of 14 degrees coming up for today. It is going to be a low of -2 for tonight, folks. It's going to be quite chilly outside. Current temperature is at 11. Feels like only 1 degree. Mostly clear for tonight. Very cold, though, is in that prediction. Heading on into Thursday tomorrow, sunshine and clouds mixtured here too. Mostly cloudy eventually coming through into Thursday night. We do see that high of about 16 degrees and a low of 1 degree coming up here. That's for Thursday. Heading on into Friday, we see a high of 20 degrees, cloudy early with some highs in the 20s, dropping down to 8 as our low. Still going to be feeling very cold. Colder than 20 degrees for sure. That's in the prediction. Heading on into Saturday, we see a high of 23, mostly cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy later in the afternoon. It drops down to a low of 8 degrees coming through, mostly clear. That's going to be coming up for Saturday night, and very chilly and cold. Heading on into Sunday, we do see here a high of 27. Partly cloudy skies are going to be in that forecast. And then we do see a low of 15 degrees coming through. That is for Sunday night with that full moon arising. That's going to be for Sunday. Monday rolls around. The full moon is still on the sky. Considerable amount of cloudiness coming through with a high of 27 and a low of 17. Mostly cloudy skies. Tuesday on the 3rd of February, we see a high of 26. Mostly cloudy skies and then a little bit of sun coming through before we get into some of the winter weather. That includes snow showers developing after midnight. Accumulations of about less than an inch, temperatures only at about a low of 20. We see them continuing to rise ever so slightly and then eventually dropping. A high of 27 is predicted for next Wednesday, a week from today, with snow showers predicted at about a 40 to 50% chance, up to 4 inches of snow. Although accumulating from 1 to 3 is more in the higher range of prediction. We see it dropping down to a low of 19 degrees coming up. That's for Wednesday night. Cloudy with some snow showers mainly during the evening. And then we'll even look a little bit further into the rest of the following week. We see a high of 27 for Thursday. That is February 5th. Mostly cloudy skies are in that forecast. Dropping down to 22 as our low with mostly cloudy skies again. And then Friday, the 6th of February, high of 32 is what we're going to be getting to, the low of 21. Could see some of that snow start to melt and then eventually come back again into the following week after that. So feel free to check this out and more information. You can find it. That's on weather.com. That's weather.com for more info. You are listening to Out to Lunch. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital, where you can get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care in the hands of St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by calling 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more. You can also look up St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin on their Facebook page. They do post on there too, so you can follow them if you'd like. We did talk a little bit yesterday about they are hiring right now. They're hiring registered nurses who are passionate about making an impact. So if you want to inquire more information on that, you can call their number, or you can also visit their location at 77 North Airlight Street. So, of course, it is a Wing Wednesday today. We talk about what's going on at these local theater performance venues. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but before we do that, let's go through what we have for the lineup for the rest of the day. So I'm on here until 1 o'clock, of course, for Out to Lunch. We have our 12:30 segment, which will be coming up in just about 20 minutes or so, which will be our Tradio segment. Again, that's the time to call in. You can also send pictures our way, too, on the text line. That's 505-926-1410. Send us pictures. You can send us videos. If you're selling a car or a vehicle, you've got an antique hutch that you're looking to get rid of to sell, or maybe to just give it away for free, give those details to us. We will pass the message along. That's Tradio coming up at 12:30. And then, of course, we'll also go through again today what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We'll touch base with some places. At 1 o'clock, we do have Wind Down Wednesday's edition of What's Cooking Today on CRN with Michael Horn. On today's show, he's going to be having Larry Lipson, who is with the Affordable Wine Report, and he's going to be sharing standout wines for the month of January that are under $20 and that deliver quality without breaking the bank. Then he's going to be having a tax expert, Lisa Green-Lewis, explaining how Americans can maximize their refunds this filing season, with many households seeing up to $1,000 in boosts thanks to a new tax relief. In today's news, they're also looking at a true cost of attending a Super Bowl 60, the health concerns behind Coca-Cola's protein and fiber-enhanced sodas, and Volkswagen's recall for more than 44,000 electric SUVs over fire risks, plus a heartwarming hero story as a snow plow driver saves a family and their pets from a house fire. So that'll be on today's show for What's Cooking Today. You can get a little inside scoop on that if you visit his website. That's what'scookingtoday.com for more information. And then, of course, we have Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Yesterday was a Matt and Tammy Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see who will the guest be today. If I had to predict, I'm going to guess Becky. Usually it's Becky first and then Nancy, but it depends. Maybe even sometimes we might get a little bit of Mary Corbett coming back on again, too. So that's pretty exciting. All those ladies are lovely. I enjoy all of them here, and we always have such a great time here on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Of course, I'll be here. I'll be running the board, making sure everything comes in nice and smoothly, and telling you about some cool stuff, too. It's always a great show to do that with Tammy. She always has such a nice voice and fun to listen to and to participate with, of course, with these different buttons as well, too, the yes and the no buttons. We've got them both. Where's the yes? Yes. There we go. There's the yes. It didn't say yes. It said no before the yes. But anyway, that's coming up here. We also do have from 4 until 6 o'clock tonight. We've got, I almost said a political talk show. No, it's Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. That's from 4 until 6 o'clock. He is going to be the ringmaster, showing you everything when it comes to the sports, giving out those different criticisms, accomplishes, and some dry sense of humor, too. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, from 6 until 7, we have a replay of the 10 o'clock segment here. That's the WRMN 10 o'clock news segment. That was earlier today with Dennis Sonar Green. Followed by that, of course, we do have the Apolitical Talk Show. That'll be coming up from 7 until 8. And then we have the Voice of Reason with Andy Hoosier from 8 until 9 o'clock. And then from 9 to midnight, it's Late Night Radio on WRMN. Yes, the classical radio shows that we've got, The Shadow, The Whisperer, Johnny Dollar, all those good things. So stay tuned for that as well, too. X Dimension or Dimension X, X Sci-Fi, all those good shows, those classical old radio shows to get you into the spooks before bed. It's a good time to cuddle up, have a nice cup of coffee, maybe even a little dessert treat for yourself, and listen to the spooks at night. Not necessarily all spooks, by the way, too, but some fun stuff that is definitely in the 30s and the 40s there. So it gives you some nostalgia as well. So lots of great programming. You can check this out and more on our website, WRMN1410.com. You can also go to our YouTube channel, check out our different playlists. What has recently been posted onto our YouTube channel within the past 24 hours. We've got Elgin Chamber Chat with Carol Gieske, including also Steve Megala, who is with Lavelle Law, and Yvonne Irving with KCT Credit Union. So you can watch that. It's available. Also, Apolitical Talk Show had a premiere last night at around 7 o'clock. It didn't start directly right at 7. It started more around 7:30. I had to go into the system and kind of change some things. It didn't quite upload, but it's uploaded now. And it did premiere a little late, but it's available. And it was on the air there. It was Apolitical Talk Show. We had politician Chris Lawson. He came in and he joined discussing why he's running and how he improved the community too. So there's a good amount of views on that. You can find that on our YouTube channel as well. And then, of course, also Wise Coffee Chat from today with Jennifer Sanchez and guests. So lots of good things and more. We'll continue on talking more about what's happening locally here in the Fox River Valley with those theatrical performances on this Wings Wednesday. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered. If you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem, use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us. Let's go through what we have coming up here. What are some local theater companies and organizations, and what is going on, of course. You can check out ECC Arts Center, which we'll talk a little bit about here too. Paramount Theater, also the Egyptian Theater. We've also got Steel Beam Theater. There's also the Prairie Center for the Arts. And then, of course, also the Elgin, Children's Theater of Elgin. So we'll go through a couple of different ones here, see what is going on with these local theatrical performances, what's coming up, next productions, and more. Even also where auditions are available. So it doesn't look like anything in particular as of right now for the Elgin Theater Company. Their next production hasn't been announced yet, and there are no auditions that are scheduled at the current time. However, if you do want to audition for a particular play that's coming up, there is an audition form that you can fill out. So that's available. If you go under next production, you'll be able to find that. And then you go under the audition section, and that's where you can fill that out for yourself if you're interested. You can also contact them too, or get tickets at inil.com. You can also follow them on Facebook as well too, see if anything is happening to come up. Some other things here as well. Egyptian Theater has some great events that are scheduled coming up Friday the 30th. This Friday, that is, at 8 p.m., you can enjoy a Booze and Spirits flashlight tour. Now, I'm curious as to what this particular thing is. Now, what has led to the Egyptian Theater being known as one of the most haunted buildings in town and in the top 10 haunted theaters in Illinois? I did not know that. Join the theater staff as they share all the secrets and stories with balcony to backstage. It's a tour that focuses not only on the history of the building that opened in 1929, but also all of the theatrical ghosts that are guests there too. Or should we say that we are their guests because they run the place, right? This tour, which is in the dark using only your flashlight, starts in their lobby and will also include climbing stairs and extended periods of standing. Doors open 30 minutes prior to the tour beginning. Be sure to grab a drink from their concession stand to make it a truly spirited evening. 10 and older are allowed, but minors must be accompanied by an adult. Everyone must bring their flashlight for the tour. Now, this evening tour will last approximately 2 hours, and the tickets are limited, so don't wait. Ticket prices are $40. There's 14 remaining. That is for this Friday. And then there's a second one that's coming up. It's going to be February 27th on a Friday at 8 p.m. There's 26 tickets remaining there, too. So definitely get your tickets, your spirits, and get into the spirit by speaking with maybe even some of the spirits. I don't know if they're going to have that. But with that being said, some cool history and a little bit of a spook to get you into the season of spooks, which could be any time, not just Halloween, of course. They're also going to be playing here as well, too, on Tuesday, February 3rd at 7 p.m., The Man Who Would Be King. It's a 1975 film. They're also going to be playing Rocky Horror Picture Show again. That's February 6th at 8 p.m., so it's a feature show. It's a picture show, of course, as we know it. And that is going to be $24 for their admission ticket price. It is a live shadow cast of Irrational Masters there. That's the Rocky Horror Picture Show coming up in February. Lots of other good things that'll also be coming up too that you can check out on their list. That's at EgyptianTheater.org. The Steel Beam Theater in St. Charles has some fun things that you can enjoy. You can also donate and even rent a space. If you're looking to rent a space for your particular performance, or maybe even for a course as well or a class, they have that available. You can also, of course, enjoy weddings, birthday parties, quinceañeras, and more. If you've email them info@steelbeamtheater.com for more information on all that. The Al Larson Prairie Center for the Arts has some fun things coming up here, including Gunhild Carling. Excuse me, hang on a sec. I lost it. There we go. Gunhild Carling. Now, this is a swing sensation, Gunhild Carling. She's dazzling with her multi-instrumental brilliance, seen on America's Got Talent with the Postmortem Jukebox, seamlessly switching between trombone, piano, trumpet, and sometimes playing three at once, and even the bagpipes. Carling delivers show-stopping performances with a humorous twist. So, if you're interested in that, that's going to be coming up here Friday, February 6th. That's at 7:30. There's going to be tickets available. You can find them located at the Schaumburg area, in the center area. That's actually at 201 Schaumburg Court. That's the Prairie Center for the Arts. You can also check out some other things here on Valentine's Day. They're having a performance of Abbey Road. It is an ultimate Beatles experience. That's also at the Prairie Center for the Arts. That's coming up. That's on February 14th. That is at 7:30. That's at 7:30. So a lovely show that you can go alone with family, friends, or also your loved one on that Valentine's Day. A couple other things are also coming up here too in March and throughout the rest of the year. So if you want to find that information, it's all posted under prairiecenter.org. That's prairiecenter.org for more info. We have mentioned here as well, of course, the Children's Theater of Elgin does have their 2026-2027 announcements there. So, of course, you can enjoy some of those different performances that are coming up throughout the year. And we will definitely have them all on again this year for interviews. I always have a great time doing that as well. We usually do it during a political talk show, which means it'll be later at night. So it'll be kind of like a late night theme, right? Usually do it around the 5 o'clock hour. In the past, when we have those interviews with the Children's Theater of Elgin, that'll be in the 7 o'clock hour. So, maybe I'll order a little pizza, have a little dinner here, and then, maybe have a pizza party and then have them on for an interview. Sounds good. So some good stuff that's coming up there too, and you can find that and more at cteelgin.com. That's cteelgin.com for more info. You can also check out extraordinary experiences with the Elgin Community College Arts Center. Now, they do have some great ballets, unsung Broadways, and even some groove sessions. You can find all of this and more posted at the ECC Arts Center's website. The first one that's coming up here, which is just a couple days away, is Les Ballets Trocadero de Monte Carlo. Now, this is coming up. It's the 31st of January, so it's just a couple days away. This is the world's foremost gender-skewing comic ballet. It's an all-male ballet company famous for its humorously and highly skilled performances of classical ballet. Prices are $45, $20 for children who are 12 and under. And you can check them out here, too. They do have their own YouTube channel that you can find. So if you want to check that out, of course, get those tickets. They are available, and you can find that on ECCArtsCenter.org. Also coming up February 20th through till March 1st, you've got Unsung Broadway. I already lost track of the time there. I almost missed out on that break. Excuse me. So you can find that and more. That's on ECCArtsCenter.org. There's also some other shows that are coming up too. Paramount and Aurora, they have some cool shows, including here too. Mean Girls, that's for their Broadway series. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was in that my sophomore year in high school at the Hemmons Cultural Center. That was a lot of fun performing in that. I remember those days, right? Those Canaan days. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch. We've got our Tradio segment. And we'll be back with more in just a little bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity have awarded more than $17 million to expand the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program. The funding will support 39 recipients statewide. Illinois is seeing its worst flu season in more than 15 years, with health officials reporting very high flu activity statewide. The Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 100 people have died this season, including 77 in January alone. Federal changes mean more SNAP recipients will now be classified as able-bodied adults without dependents and must meet work requirements to keep benefits. The Illinois Department of Human Services has sent notices and exemption forms to affected customers. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com. And let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 16, cooling to around 12. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 0. Looking ahead to Thursday, sunny with a high near 14, and temperatures falling to around 11 in the afternoon. Currently, 12 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by calling their number at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more. And thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital of Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. We are in our Tradio segment right now, folks, so if you are interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox Valley area, now's the time to call in here to the station at 847-931-1410, or feel free to text us at 505-926-1410. It's almost the end of the month of January, completing the first month of the new year 2026. It's been an interesting one for sure. So if you want to hear more about all of that, of course, the political shows are always good to listen to. We do have a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines here. Hi there, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the show. This is Tradio.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Okay. Are you guys still selling anything on the Radio Shopping Show? Are you still doing that?
No, not anymore. We discontinued that back a couple Novembers ago.
Oh, okay. So nothing, right? Like no sports, no
No, not anymore.
Okay, so what do you do for the show?
We do classical radio, so I have a show called Out to Lunch, so I talk about different theater performances, places around the area, businesses, organizations, some places to suggest to you. We have conversation stories, things like that. So we have a whole list of programs. If you want to go to our website, they're all available there. We have an updated website.
Well, I try to go on your website. It keeps telling me everything's closed.
Oh,
so...
well, if you go, we have a separate website now. It's WRMN1410.com.
Okay. All right, I will try on that one too, but I know I did. So what about the other station, WBID 1280?
No, not anymore. They're no longer affiliated with us. They actually closed as well.
Oh, all right. Okay, I'll have to find a station that does things like this. Pretty sad how they close. Well, you have a good afternoon.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again. All right, so our Tradio caller, first one from a couple days ago that called in, actually relisting this item again. He's from Elmhurst. He has a car for sale. It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla. It's a Model S. It's 5-speed manual transmission. It's in really great condition. The asking price on this is $5,000 or best offer. And again, he's located in Elmhurst. So if you want to reach out to him, that number to dial is 312-296-4223. That's 312-296-4223. Another Tradio caller here, Gary, is looking for a typewriter from the 30s to the 50s. It's in the color black. And also, he's looking for it to be portable. So something that's not too heavy, something that's light enough for him to carry it around, and also with a case to go with it too. So if anyone out there might have this particular one, feel free to reach out to him if you want a little bit more of a higher description. That's 847-372-8083. That's 847-372-8083. And then we have Greg here, of course. He's got lots of things for sale, and he's looking for a lot of things. So what is he looking for first and foremost? He's looking for bicycles, late 1800s to the 70s. Parts, pieces, accessories. They can be in any condition. He's also looking for vintage watches, men's and women's watches, diver-style watches. He'll pay a fair price on those, too. He's also looking for old gas tether cars. He's also looking for old racing go-karts. He's looking to add an extra amount of pieces to a Schuco Disney monorail toy. And then he also does have a son that's looking for some Pokemon cards. And then, of course, what does he have to sell? Well, he has a 312 Goose Island Schwinn bicycle. It's in a nice, bright mustard yellow color and black, and it's $99. Runs good. Great to buy it early for a gift or even to prepare yourself for the nice weather that we will eventually get here once the cold breaks through for the springtime, which then you can start riding your bicycles. But that's for $99. He's got that available. And then he also does have that Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. Also, too, beat the cold. You can still have some milkshakes in the cold weather, too. You can enjoy that, make it for yourself at home, put it on display for for people to see. It's in the color ivory, comes with 3 cups, $425. He originally, a couple months ago, sold it for $500, but now he's selling it for $425. And then he also does have a couple other things, too. He has 2 Lionel Pioneer Zephyrs. They're in excellent condition. They're nice and shiny chrome. And then he's got a Bailey Blue hat for sale. And what's great about this, too, is it comes with the original box. That's really great. It definitely ups the value there, too. So he's selling that. Find more information by reaching out to Greg today. That number to dial is 847-962-6033. That's 847-962-6033. Those are the Tradio callers. We've only got 3 left on the list, folks. Call in. Let us know if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce. You can also feel free to text us images. And hey, you can also email me too if you'd like. Matt@WRMN1410.com. So again, those are the Tradio callers. You can call in now, of course, for that too. I did earlier today talk about our lineup for what we have coming up for the rest of the day today. We've got What's Cooking today. We've got Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We have Big Top Sports. We have our news segment again, a political talk show, Voice of Reason. And then also, too, we have the late night radio on WRMN, which features a lot of the classical radio theatrical performances. Some of them are very spooky, too. So just putting a little disclaimer out there. But it's all public domain, so if you want to listen to any episode, of course, you can do that. Featured on archive.com. So again, I was going through some of the performances here. Paramount Theater in Aurora has a lot of great performances. Mean Girls is coming up. Sunday in the Park with George is another one. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is another good one that's going to be coming up too. So if you want to take a look at the list, when everything is going to be, you can find that under their 2026-2027 Broadway season. And what they have going on right now is if you buy 2 shows, you get 2 shows for free, which is really great, especially if you are looking to enjoy some magnificent performances and you just can't get enough of it too. So there's lots of good ones that are out there that are going to be featured. Mean Girls comes up in August through October for this year. We've got here the 2027 season. And then what's currently still going on now is Dear Evan Hansen. And coming up in April, there is South Pacific. That's Roger and Hammerstein's South Pacific. We also do like to talk about those movies. What's playing at the movies here, of course. You can join the movie clubs and more that you can check out. What's currently playing at some of these movies, including Marcus Theater in Elgin today at 8 p.m. You can enjoy Mercy. It's a movie that you can see in 3D. That sounds pretty good. There's, let's see, some other ones. Avatar, Fire and Ash is also playing. Klika, I don't know what Klika is. That one's playing tonight from 5 at 5:10 and 7:30. H is for Hawk is another one. Ooh, I got to see this one. Return to Silent Hill. Yes. I do like those Silent Hill movies. Not a lot of people like them if you're a big game fan of Silent Hill, which I am. I like the movies. And so I got to see this one. Very cool. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is also playing. Primates, Greenland 2, Migration, Marty Supreme, Anaconda, SpongeBob movie, The Housemaid, Hamnet, Zootopia 2. I saw that a couple weeks ago. That was a good movie. Wicked for Good is still playing. There's a couple other ones too that you can find. So you can find that. That's Marcus Theaters of Elgin. I know AMC South Barrington is closed. We talked a little bit about that on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends yesterday. So that one's closed, but there's other AMC theaters that you can also go to. If you go to AMC in Rosemont, that's right in the right near the Donald D. Stevens Convention Center. They've got some good stuff. When I went, that's the one I went to, was the one in Rosemont to see Zootopia 2. So that was a good one. I had a burger there. It was so good. It was so good. It was delicious. A little bit pricey, but totally worth it because you're going to the movies, right? So it's definitely good. They've got some good ones. They've got some interesting. What are some? I've talked about this before. Some theaters have other movies that they don't play at other theaters. So sometimes like exclusives and things like that. So definitely check those out for sure. They have a huge menu there at the AMC theaters too, which is great. You can even get coffee there, which is fantastic. The time is 45 past the hour. We're going to take another quick time out. When we come back, we'll go into our segment of just mentioning what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. I bring up a lot of different Facebook posts from the Elgin Police Department, fire departments, municipal, business, community, all those different things, right? So we like to do that around this time here. So that's what we'll do. We'll go through that, talking about chamber events and more ways that you can get involved in the community and things that are important too, of course. So stay tuned for that here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us. We hope that you are enjoying this lovely afternoon. We still have about 9 minutes left here of this segment before we take it over and have Michael Horn take over here for the 1 o'clock hour. That is for What's Cooking Today. That's What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. You are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. Wanted to go through and see what's recently coming up here locally in the Fox River Valley area. What are some places that you can go to, things to see, activities to do, and events to go to. Anything. I mean, really, there's a whole list of different things that are here. So we want to keep you up to date and in the loop on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's happening here on WRMN AM 1410. Let's see here. It looks like there's a couple other things here that are currently going on. Let me see. Now, this is the... Okay, so this is something that recently came up here. This is on West Lockport Street. This is the Chicagoland Fireground Scanner in Plainfield. This is the Plainfield Fire and Police Department. It does say that there was a structure fire that happened earlier today at 24947 West Lockport Street. And that is at Hopscotch and Vine. There is some heavy smoke that is showing. And there's multiple departments that are due. They do say to avoid the area. That happened today at 11:45, so about an hour ago. So it does look like they are containing that fire right now. Full still level now that's currently out there. So just wanted to keep you in tune and up to date on that too. Hopefully everyone's okay. You'll definitely hear updated news on that as well too. You can find that. That's all posted now. That's on the Chicagoland Fireground Scanner is where you can find that. They post incidents heard on a scanner throughout the Chicagoland area. So definitely check them out. That's in the most recent that has been posted there that I was able to find. Let's see some other things here as well. Elgin Area Chamber posted a nice picture there. I do recognize the guy, and both of them too. We've got Tony Lucenko. To the left, we've got James Harvey of James Harvey Photography. Great photographer. He's been here in the studio before. And our very own Carol Gieske, who we had in yesterday. So it's a nice picture of them together. He's a great businessman. And check him out, James Harvey Photography. He does a great job with photography. He's taken lots of great pictures before in the area. So if you want to check those out too, definitely do so. Feel free to reach out to him. He's great. Let's see some other things that have been posted. Algonquin and Lake in the Hills Chamber of Commerce is posted their Brew House Trivia Night coming up on Thursdays. That's at 7 p.m. That's Brew House 31 in Algonquin. Prepare to launch into a world of trivia at their exciting event. Gather your crew and compete for glory. Not gory. No, not gory. No, compete for glory. This is on Thursday at 7 p.m. at Brewhouse 31. No, don't get gory with it, please. This is supposed to be a fun activity, family friendly. Click the link and it's available. You can find it at notrocketsciencetrivia.com. So there you go. That's recently been posted. You can find that on their Facebook page. Batavia Chamber of Commerce recently posted that there is a pond, the Depot Pond, today is actually safe for skating. With the winter weather, I know a lot of us are eager to get out and skate, but it is important to familiarize yourself and your family with the rules before it's safe to get on the ice. They do have trained staff that are putting measures into place, and what they do is they measure the ice to ensure it meets the minimum thickness of 8 inches before the pond can be cleared for skating. Only when the flag and the pond is green is it deemed safe to skate on. So check out that information and the updates. You can also be the first one to know about it. You can text follow hashtag Depot Pond Skating to 630-879-5235 to opt in for skating condition updates. That's brought to you by the Batavia Park District and the Chamber of Commerce. In Geneva, they are calling all the artists, showcase your work at the Juried Geneva Arts Fair. It's a beloved event with over 20 years of growing attendance and recognition. Now, this is set in the beautiful historic downtown Geneva. This is an outdoor fine arts show, turns 3rd Street into a vibrant destination for art lovers. Now, you can apply for that for the beautiful season coming up in July, in the middle, towards the tail end of July for summertime. Nice sunny skies and warm temperatures, but the applications are deadlined at February 10th. So don't miss your chance. That's at the Geneva Arts Fair. Show off your fine arts. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce recently posted a repost from the YWCA of Elgin. Are you looking forward to this? Well, definitely come out. Cinderella's Closet is back. Prom should feel exciting, not stressful. Cinderella's Closet is an inclusive formal wear experience where every high school student is treated like royalty. Yvonne Irving yesterday talked about this, and she was even saying when she goes out to these events, she wants to buy a prom dress for herself too. She loves it, looking at them too. So you can shop thousands of dresses plus an expanded selection of suits and tuxedos, all with the help of a personal shopper who is there just for you. Gosh, that sounds nice. That is cool. Personal shopper. You don't see much of those nowadays unless you go to the big brands, right? You go to LV and you go to, I don't know, Gucci and stuff like that. And, you know, and then you gotta buy a certain amount of numbers of purses and bags before you can get that one that you want that is very, very expensive. Put a down payment on it. You'll be paying off that credit card. But here, of course, you can get those dresses for a really great price. It's coming up Saturday, March 7th from 9 to 4 and Sunday, March 8th from 10 until 3. And the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce is looking forward to the Women's Leadership Circle volunteering the week before to help set up for this exciting event. So thank you to them for that. That's great. Let's see some other things here too. Explore Elgin Area recently posted a welcoming to the neighborhood to the Cottage Suites, which is new now in Pingree Grove. Following their open house, it was past Saturday. This is a new bakery officially open at 40W885 Railroad Street. If you need to support a local business, of course, spot a good treat, practice snacks, and also weekend gatherings. Stop by for cupcakes, cookies, cake pops, and more. This is the Cottage Suites in Pingree Grove. Very cool. Welcome to the community. First Fridays are back here. Aurora Downtown District posted. Downtown Aurora becomes alive on Friday, February 6th, and you don't want to miss it. Everyone's talking about it, and it's your turn to stroll the streets, pop into dozens of downtown shops, soak up in an evening packed with art, music, and exclusive specials as well, too. And finally, before we take our last time out and the end of the show here, don't forget, of course, coming up, it is the Elgin Symphony Orchestra's Valentine's Day dinner. You can still get tickets for that. Recently, Fox Valley Magazine did a posting on it about Broadway star Sean Doherty, who we had on the air last week to talk about his performance and what he does for the community, too. So that's coming up. Don't forget about that. That's elginsymphony.org. That's where you can find it there. Very nice. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today here to Out to Lunch. I see you there in the comments, Jeff's Train World, saying hello and hello to you as well. We hope that you are enjoying your day. Absolutely. Sending hearts your way. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Up next, we've got What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. We hope you all stay nice and warm on this chilly day, but a sunny day nonetheless. A happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Have a wonderful rest of your